We are back in the HVAC Shop Talk official, unofficial laboratory. We're standing here with the Deathmobile, which you guys have come to know and love. I'm also standing next to CPS Flow Hood, UEI DAFM3, because we're going to get it on, airflow-wise, one more time. I spoke to a very high-up, important person at CPS, Mr. Scott Madden. He let me know that there are some alterations we can make to try to even the test up. He also let me know that the Easy Flow hood from CPS does have compensation for higher static pressure. So we're going to do the test one more time, except we're going to make one important change. We're going to remove this grill. And he also mentioned that Ka factor, if I'm saying that correctly, I hope I am, Ka factor, Kappa Alpha. My brother was in that fraternity. Focus. We're going to try it with it open. We're going to try just a whole free area. It's 20 by 20 grill, so we're talking about 400 square inches. We're going to try it with the vane anemometer. We're also going to try it with the flow hood to see if we get something that matches up a little bit more. So without further ado, let's get this test underway to see if the CPS flow hood got a bad rap the first time around. We're going to reconfigure the DAFM3. I'm going to first go to volume mode, square feet. Before we had 2.69. So we have 400 square inches now. 400 divided by 144, 2.77. That can't be right. 400 divided by 144, which is 12 by 12, which is in inches a square foot. 2.777777. So 2.8. You know what? Let's just go right to 2.77 actually. And there we are. And now we can check for CFM. We can do our start and stop and see exactly how much CFM is flowing through that open area right now. All right, I'm going to get started here by holding it about an inch in. He said go about an inch in from the edges. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a long time to average. That's what the gentleman from CPS suggested. $466 is way higher than before. Interesting. As you can see, we used a 35-second timed. 462. So not too dissimilar right there. Pretty close. Let's do it one more time. This time we'll go up and down. Fine for 37 seconds. 455. Very close to each other. Get the flow hood on here and compare our measurement with the DAFM3. They were pretty consistent. Now let's see if these two will match up. I'm going to put the screen for the Easy Hood up so you can see it and follow along while I'm measuring. And according to Ray, I might have been standing too close last time, so I'm going to stand back a little bit to make sure I'm not blocking this outlet / inlet, whatever you want to call it, depending on what we're doing. We're going to let it roll for a few minutes to see what happens here. We're hovering right around the same measurement we had previously with this thing. We might be a little bit higher than before, and that might be due to the fact that the grill is not there. So the real question becomes, which one is right? The DAFM3 was way higher this time, which kind of lends myself to saying maybe the DAFM3 was the problem the whole time, but I'm not satisfied yet. I do like that these measurements are more consistent with the hood, but we were also having issues up at the house with the hood, or so I thought, so we might have to double check that as well. So right now we're hovering around 315. 318 CFM. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and jack this blower up to the maximum speed. It's going to be a little loud and clanky, but we're going to see what this does against that, how it sounds, because this thing in here sounds like she's about to take off and fly away. It's spinning so fast. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. We are hovering right beneath 400 CFM. Right around 390, fluctuating there. This really does have me concerned for accuracy and concerned that I spent a career doing stuff wrong. A career. That's like 2 decades of making wrong measurements. Not good, not good. So the DAFM3 is now the concern. Isn't it funny how from week to week you get information and leaves you more confused than ever? Well, I got to continue to test this stuff, guys, and continue to get feedback. So maybe I'll get some feedback from our buddy Bill Spone on vane anemometers and maybe a little bit of advice in general on airflow. Might have him on the show real soon. I've already talked to him, laying the groundwork for this. And hopefully he can shed some light on our inaccuracies and what I hopefully am doing wrong. And I say that because I hope I am doing something wrong that's really easy to spot. So when our guys in the field go to make these measurements, they can see that Zach has already demonstrated a lot of wrong ways, and we found the right way together. And now, as a unit, we can move toward HVAC perfection. That's nice. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this segment. A little bit of confusion, but we're going to continue working on this stuff until we iron out which one of these things is reliable, and if they are all reliable, what specific method must we use each one in to make sure we're getting accurate measurements. Because as you can see, I took the grill off. The DAFM3 went haywire. It's way too high. I'm going to double check all my math before this goes to air. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Let's get back to the show. Okay, so wait one darn tooting second. I thought of something. This is a 20 by 20 grill, but that doesn't mean it's actually a 20 by 20 opening, and there's a flange here where the filter rests. So we might have an issue. I'm going to remeasure this thing and recalculate, and we're going to try the DAFM3 one more time. All right, so if we're going from the inside of the flange here to the edge, we're actually going to be right around 19. Looks like 19 by 19. Yeah, 19 by 19, which isn't a tremendous amount, but it is a little bit. And it'll cause that CFM to go down on our reading. So let's figure out what exactly that means as far as our free area. Oh my gosh, pictures of the baby. Focus. Let's do 19 times 19 equals 361 divided by 144. No. 361 divided by 144. No. 361 divided by 144. 2.5. So let's put 2.5 in there. 2.5. Damn it. 2.51. We'll use 2.51. I tell you what, this process could be easier getting the numbers inputted. All right. Let's get us some CFMs. All right, here's our 33-second average. We are looking at 425, so it did go down, but it's still not down far enough. Let's do it one more time. And I'm going to flip over the head of the DAFM3. "32-second average, and we have 435. Didn't make much of a difference flipping over the head, and we're right around the same measurement as before. We came down around 10% or so, maybe a little bit less. but still not enough to be really close to the flow hood. Dag on it and darn it, dag on it and darn it. Like I said, we're gonna keep investigating. I'm glad I caught the little measurement deal. See, it is critical to measure correctly. So it's tough, guys. It's tough, guys. We're just trying to work on getting accurate measurements. I'm going to continue to work on this stuff. If you have any ideas out there, if you have any good ideas, not like light the building on fire or quit doing these. That's not good ideas. That's not helpful. You guys who keep doing that. That's not helpful. Stop. Let's get back to the show.